cash.
Finding a place and locking them in. WNBA is about to begin. Gotta trust the process if you wanna win, cause Just Cash is back. You better tell your friends. When Angel Reese walks in a bar with Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark, these bookies don't know where to start. We be killing them all, tearing them apart. They can't mess with us, they can't mess with you. And I'm never gonna cuss cause I love you too. Hit thumbs up if you want good luck. Girls thinking that we fresh so they wanna We be winning the bets and they be rolling up. By far we the best, you ain't good enough. Ain't a damn thing funny, man, you know what's up. You wanna win some money, it's time to lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in.
Shelly comes in. It's a flagrant foul. It's a hard
Lock in, bruh.
And here's we got another.
Lock in.
Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome. It is Flex Friday. We are here getting ready to talk some WNBA action. It's Just Cash. What up? Joined with Underrated. How are you, good sir?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Thanks for asking. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing well. You know, just surviving through the unbelievable heat wave we're having out here, and it's supposed to be, I think, 100 plus for the next 3 or 4 days. But other than that, you know, last night, I know we had a couple stinkers along the way, but we hit some absolute bangers with the live plays. Oh my goodness. You know, it sucked for the closeout, you know, Seattle with a disappointment there. Flage coming up with the hook, and then Heidemann hit the three, I believe, in the first quarter, and just couldn't take those attempts like we were looking for. So unfortunate there, but hopefully you still were in with the early leans. Alyssa Thomas and Ryan Howard pretty well. Easy. You know, Ryan Howard, that was funny, honestly. It wasn't even wet the whole way, and Alyssa Thomas was doing her thing in the first half. And I think we even got gypped out of a couple of should-be assists as well. I know that Ann won with our Yahi, who shout out to Big Yahi. Man, we got the double and triple down with our live lines yesterday as well. So some things, you know, could have been a much better day. 8-2 would have been stellar, but we digress. 6-4 still in the positive, and we got some more action today. So without further delay, let's hop to it. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button down below. We've been seeing a lot of new faces behind the scene and here in the chats. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe. We're on the 2K. That's our next milestone. And then be a part of the Discord. That's the most important. Can't stress that enough for the live bets and early access stuff like this Carter prop. 11.5 points. Oh my goodness. 15.5 now. That's something we're going to talk about. But we got 7-day free trials. We got week long. We got month long. We got season long passes, whatever for your needs. So lock in with us, be a part of it, and at least come by and say hi.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, let's give everyone just a minute to hop in here, and then we'll kind of roll through it. But as always, if you guys got any comments, questions, make sure and throw them down below. We'll get to them as quick as we can, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Here's one for you, E. Jason Holland says, E, where are you from in North Carolina?
Yeah, I'm out here in Mooresville, actually. And it is more hotville right now.
More sweaty. C-Dots here says, lock in, lock in, lock in, bruh. And then he says, hit the like button, smash the hype button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, Underrated AE, Just Cash, are the WNBA GOAT, C-Dot. Always appreciate the positivity from the man, you know. He keeps that up during the games as well, as we're all cheering through and never counts out our plays, and we just keep on rolling, trying to get this money. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. We got the keys here. We'll get to his question. We got Fear Nothing in here. We got D Johnson in here. Right on. Fear Nothing said it's 105 in New Jersey. Ooh.
It's crazy, man. I mean, this has been... It's unbelievable summer already. And I mean, God, we got 2 months at least left, in the thick of it. And then for some portions of the country, maybe even longer.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Are you ready to talk some props? I think I am.
Yeah. You want to look at what the Keys had there? I saw you put it up on your screen, or you want to go through what you got?
Yeah, we can talk about Phoebus here real fast.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I don't even think she's been playing that bad. I mean, coach is obviously still running her for normal minutes, still putting on defensive strategies and everything. She's working well for the team, but 3-point shot really hasn't been falling lately. Still taking a fair amount of attempts. So, I mean, I do like the looks. Also, being plus money is a bit interesting. The sites do really vary, so shop around accordingly, but still, nonetheless, I mean, I think the potential is absolutely there. This last game, though, I mean, last 2 games for that matter, not the easiest of matchups. Vegas probably a little bit better. Golden State, not really that surprising that she did struggle a little bit there. I like what I'm seeing. I still like the potential for her. So everything is in place. Matchup is fairly ideal. Minnesota is still giving up a fair amount of threes. They've been a little bit more better about it over the course of the last month, but still, nonetheless, top 4 or top 5. Let me fact check that here real fast for you. Yeah, still top 4. So I mean, we're skirting right around the high marks there. Potentials will be there. I think the opportunity will be there as well. And really just looking forward. Does that shot fall? McBride's not exactly the best defender on the other side, so I don't think we're scared about that.
Alrighty. Big Phoebus. Good old threes made. What was our record with the threes? I know we went through. I didn't remember. Do you? Record on the season?
I would have to go back and look at that. I remember it was pretty high. We didn't play many of those, but it was pretty good for us.
Many, but they were decent.
Being the main stinker.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. All right. If you want to get to it, let's do it. I was trying to look through here to find that real quick, but I guess it's a while away. Anyways, yeah, 3-pointers, man. They're tough. But Carter, 11.5 to 15.5. Insane. Asia out. What you gonna tell them?
Yep.
Can they play it still?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still some reasonable looks for her. You might be just kind of eating the payout, depending on whatever the site may be. But if you got a second, do you want to throw us a little mini list down there?
Yes, sir. I will do that right now.
I think people are loving that. That was a great idea.
Cool. Yep, I'm gonna get that up in a second here.
All right, so let's talk about Carter. We got a couple interesting props that we could play for her. They did take down her free throw props. That is a little obnoxious. That was actually a nice hedge for her. Let's see. Miss Carter. Wait, is she not even back? Oh, we only got her point prop now on Prizepicks? Dang, that sucks. Yeah. So obviously massive bumps now. I mean, I don't know why they didn't just already pre-price her up, because we had a pretty strong feeling that Asia was going to be out. I mean, she was in that boot, and being pulled the day of in the Commissioner's Cup is kind of telling that there is something actually wrong with her. Now, there's many different things here that I still like for Carter. One, we did see her play 25 minutes this last game, so nice step forward. We got a couple extra days of rest as well. And I mean, I think another potential could be 28, possibly 30 minutes going up against the former team. There's a little bit of distaste for, the up spot here, kind of a little revenge game, if you will. But for her, I mean, I still think the 15 plus is playable. You really need to kind of shop around on some value, though, because this is tough. Now, we do have up here on the screen, this was our protected play that we were running for this evening on Prizepicks. It is, just in case if you can't see it, Natasha Howard, 14.5 plus points. We got Stewart under 19 points. Jackie Young was at 25.5 right before the news, so if you want to play it, I still don't mind the bump. And then Sydney Taylor, 12.5 points, and sweet little Carla, 5.5 assists. Let me check real fast. I'm just going to take some of this stuff out of the queue and see what the payout for Miss Carter is now. That's wild, man. I mean, 11.5 to 15.5, that's a crazy jump.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even put her up for 11.5 to to start with. Seems weird.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that was a little wild. Yeah, definitely an oversight. I mean, they should have known better. All right, so I would say still best value on Prizepicks. They got her 13.5 for a 2.8. That is very serviceable. She is going to be, I think, really difficult to find a great spot for. Let me check. Let me consult the Onyx because they always have the best stuff. Oh, there she is. Yeah, so I mean, okay, even the 14.5 minus 149, that's not the worst. Yeah, I would have to say Prizepicks now the best option. So if you missed all the bumps, missed all the action, 13.5 points is a great look still. You play that, right?
I think so.
If you had nothing on her.
If I had nothing on her,
Yeah.
I play a little bit. I wouldn't go too hard. I'd want a little exposure, but definitely wouldn't go all in on it. Definitely wouldn't play a whole unit type thing. But my overbias. My overbias. They never feel that comfortable for me.
No, I got you. Well, great spot for her. Volume looked great. I think we were a little bit concerned as far as was she 100% healthy? She looks a little bit, kind of off. I don't know. Maybe it was just the hair that was tripping out this last game, but still, nonetheless, put in work, put out a great first half and ended the game really strong. So nothing really different here. And then another, I would say, bonus metric that sucks because they pulled this prop. They had her free throws at 2.5 made, but still free throw upside massive here. Chicago is fouling a ton. They're allowing third most attempts over the last month now. Perfect up spot for her. Just no stupid stuff, no dumb foul trouble, which thankfully really hasn't been much of a concern. And even still picking up 2 early fouls, coach is trusting her enough to leave her out in the game. So I don't think we have anything too much to worry about in that regard. Melissa Smith could have a little bit more of a bounce back performance. I mean, it's every green light we could ask for as far as that goes. But do you trust her? Maybe not. And then also a little extra knowledge on top. Chicago continues to bleed points in the paint. They are and have been number 1 in the league. So this is everything perfect for her. Carter, not really known for shooting many threes. I believe her 1.5 3-point prop is plus money. So love the spot, love the revenge, and just give me those minutes.
Right. How many did she get last game without Asia? If you know offhand?
25, I believe. Oh, not you, Taylor. Yeah, 25.4.
They needed her in that comeback. Jackie just really took over in that second half. So I wonder how they're going to do it. How do you think Chicago's going to handle it?
Well, I mean, as far as their bench support, we're looking at players of either Cloud or Vandersloot or, whatever kind of compilation they have between those. They just can't stop scoring in the paint. I mean, any slashing guards or any player who can pick their spot right into the basket. And also with the fast breaks as well. That's something Chicago, I mean, they're just terrible on fast break defense. I mean, you're not really expecting much in the way of, speed, we should say, between Cardoso and Azure. Both of them terrible on defense. So it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the turnover potential is going to be there. The Vegas squad not really causing that many turnovers, but we see enough self-turnovers from Chicago. So everything on paper is looking great for her. The only concern or caveat would be if she just doesn't play over 25 minutes. But with Asia being out, we should still see that same, hefty volume that we had. Yeah,
you would think. Chicago good against spot-up shooting. That's why the Chelsea Gray that you're going to talk about later seems good. Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about that, actually, because that's super relevant. Chicago, they're one of the teams kind of similar now to what we're seeing from New York. They play really phenomenal wing defense. They're just funneling everything into the inside, and that's translating to more scoring inside the paint allowed. Chicago, no different. I mean, either of the players on the other side between, their point guard rotation has been pretty solid, I will say. your Skylar, Cloud, even Vandersloot playing some solid defense in her short stints. So for Gray, it's just, this is a pure luck factor. This is a prop that was laughable all season. We played this a couple times now when it was available. Look at her 1.5 prop. We're not talking anything crazy, for this to even be something that is a huge over. I get Asia's being out, but we're still talking skill factor. She just is not having to do that this season. They're deferring to Jackie. They're deferring even Alyssa Smith, getting a couple attempts up along the way. But they like to, get down and dirty. So everything is getting kind of funneled out to the inside. You can see for Gray, her assist metrics kind of split between the interior and then all the way in. Pause. But for her, spot up shooting, just, it comes and goes. On the fast break, she's going to dump it down to somebody else. And if they leave her completely wide open, of course, she's going to take the threes. But I think Chicago, especially with this turnaround rematch, smart enough not to let that happen, try and put a little bit of pressure on the wings. And now with Asia not being there as their kind of safety blanket, it just makes even more sense for them to run the same style of defense, which, circles back to them just funneling everything inside the paint. So great. Gray also, I would say better spot up shooter inside the paint as well. She's really good about getting to her spots. She's just kind of, our Carter light here, if you will, just without the 3-point upside. So love that 2.5. I think that is a huge oversight. With or without Asia, I do not care.
Okay, and we do have the threes, and we feel good about that, and that's obviously probably her best under. But now with Asia out, did her lines move, or were they 26.5 PRA already?
How do you check on this again?
If you scroll over the bar there, it'll say CL, and it'll show you FanDuel's closing line is what it is. So see how it says CL on the top there? CL 21.5 right there.
Yeah.
So if you just so go back to the game before or whatever. They won't show you like how Outlier shows you what it opened at, which is kind of cool too.
Oh, no.
But yesterday, it's 25.5. But the thing is, the games before never has been close to that. 23.5, 23.5, 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, 22.5, 21.5, 20.5. So we're all the way up to 26.5. I'm 0 for my last 4 on this thought process. So, but I am throwing that out there because this does feel like another one of those things where it's just too high.
It is a little bit. It was not the scoring that carried her over. Well, let me take that back. She did go up for 18 points, but the RA really carried a bulk of that. She had a spike rebound game, which I will say is not that surprising. Chicago is bleeding the rebounds, but the assists were there too. She had an unbelievable conversion rate. Was that 8 for 8? Wow. Or 10 for 8. 8 for 10. Other way around. Yeah. So unbelievable conversion rate. But that was with Asia playing. So, there could be a big old question mark there.
Right.
She had hella potentials last game without Asia. So that is kind of worrisome.
What the other worrisome thing is, remember she got hurt and went out? She still played 36 minutes. So I don't think she missed any time when she wasn't injured. So is she going to play 40 minutes?
It's possible. Yeah. No, that's definitely possible. And same argument for her, Jackie, and then somewhere in the range of 25 to 30 plus minutes for Carter. Like anyone else, their minutes are going to be completely subject to change. I think coach is just going to play the hot hand. But yeah, dude, if Gray doesn't get hurt, she might play 38 minutes.
Well, that is a little scary. So you might as well just leave that alone. Her under 3 still feels good just because, she will have more shots because she'll be in the game longer, but still 3 threes is crazy. And
surprisingly,
you could still play that too. I was going to say, you can play that. Yeah. It's on Bovada and Props Builder still, 2.5. Nowhere else.
It's still even over here. No,
it's on Underdog still?
Underdog.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right.
You can get it on a couple sites. I think it's also even on Parlay Play. Let me check for you guys real fast. Yeah, it's there as well. So there is definitely some options. Look around for it. I do like it. I was going to say real fast, even the last game here, her 3-point attempts didn't even go up. I mean, she only had 4 attempts, so that's really par for the course for her. In the range of 4 to 5 attempts in total. I mean, hey, you go out and shoot that insane percentage, good on you.
Yeah, the only thing is, I will say, we have this little chart now. So minus 170 on Bovada and Props Builder and wherever other sites is 0.87, or you could see on Underdog it was 0.78, which is minus 230. So it's 80 cents. It's a pretty big difference. So if you do have books, you should play it over there if you can. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. No, that's a great call. Great call. All right. Well, let's flip over real fast and talk about Miss Taylor, who I still think is a very interesting player. Now, 2 different approaches. Prizepicks was offering a really great payout for her 12.5 line, and this is kind of site unique. You can find her 11.5 on a few different ones. I believe Onyx also had that yesterday. Let's see, she was at... Bear with me. Let's see. The 11.5 was minus 224. So you can get that. Usually one of those 2 options should be available, but the 12.5 for the payout we were getting, I like it. Now, a couple positives moving for her. One, obviously moving into a starting role, her minutes coming way up, but I still don't think we have actually seen her true potential outside of this last game. This last game, she shot the ball a little bit, poorly, could have been better. But her minutes, this is something that I think is really interesting. There's been a lot of different reasons why she has not played over 30 minutes. And finally, the stars aligned this last game for her to, 1, stay out of foul trouble, and then 2, them not be in a blowout situation. So in all these games here in the mix, one of those 2 things has happened outside of this last game. And seeing her finally play 31 or over 30 minutes, I like it. I love these turnaround rematch games. And for her, the volume, everything we were looking for was still there. Now, yes, I'm sure we're going to have some questions about either Cardoso and or Azare. I do like them. I think that was a little fakery from Cardoso, even with Asia being out still here. Wouldn't shock me to see her kind of crap the bed tonight. But for Taylor, this field goal volume is nice. I mean, we're skirting around the territory of having the point prop at the same field goal attempt marker, and just a little bit more efficiency from her out of this last game. Plus, she didn't get any free throws. That's extremely abnormal. I know Vegas doesn't really give up that many free throws, but the fact that she just had 0 is very surprising. I like this bounce back spot for her. I got her penciled down for a solid 14 points. The full game line at 14.5, I do like as well, but this little magic number right here in between kind of fit the bill perfectly. So shop around if you want to play the full game price. I don't mind that either. Also, now with the bumps, I would say the combo prop with her and Jackie got a little bit more interesting. Did they leave that here? Oh, they didn't even bump it either. This was 34.5 earlier too. So this one, this combo prop, I would say if you don't have any kind of exposure between these 2 players, this is a really interesting find.
Cool. That does look cool. They both should be chucking. You know what we should do too on the list? We should write alt right beside our prop line there. So from now on, the overs, we'll just write alt in parentheses or something. Because as I'm looking down, I'm like, Cool. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm liking these plays, man. Look like 4-0 to me.
I'm feeling a 4-0 today, y'all. I'm feeling it. All right. We got one play that the field seems very divided on. Saw a couple different people posting her over assist, over PA and stuff. I love the scoring downside for Breanna Stewart for a multitude of reasons. One, the 19.5 line is just too high. I mean, look at her. Look at what we're getting out of her this season. They have plenty of players to go to. It's a much better 3-point spot. And surprise, surprise, even without Big Feezy, Minnesota has been the best paint defense. Them and Golden State going back and forth for number 1 and number 2. Fun fact, there has been one single big that has gone for 20 or more points against Minnesota this entire season. No surprise, it was Big Mama Asia. But outside of that, the best we've been looking at is 17 points. Minnesota is not messing around. They are lights out, the best defense. They're phenomenal transition defense, and they're just not allowing points inside the paint. So Stewart, we know, cannot shoot a 3 to save her life. by default, she's going to be taking all her shots inside the paint. The only way that we lose this prop tonight is Nate Howard gets into massive foul trouble and Stewie goes for a bunch of free throws. If we're just talking time on the court, I don't see it. Stewie has struggled in these more defensive matchups. She is 1-6 against any of the top 6 defensive teams. So you're going to have to show me. I love the line. Still don't mind the 18.5 if that is what you're kind of defaulted into. But you can get her at 19 flat on Prizepicks.
Bro, I'm looking at the line here, and I was expecting to see 18.5 across the board. And like you said, 19 on Prizepicks, but also 19.5 still on Bovada, on Fliff, on Sleeper. So it's still out there. Parlay play, I think, still. Or that one moved this morning, I believe. But
yeah,
Pinnacle,
that
FanDuel, there you go. You got all the sports books up there, yeah. So 19.5 still out there. Maybe people betting it back and forth, but what I don't understand is why would people want her over today? Like you said, some people are betting her over. Where does that come from? It looks like a complete under.
Yeah, I mean, this last game, she just went buck wild because there was no Asia. And I mean, I think it just made the most sense for them to try and work the two bigs and see which one of them can really get going. And
that's what it is.
Not going to be the same thing.
People seeing her in the Commissioner Cup more than other games and saying, well, she, scored 25.
I mean, maybe. Honestly, if we're talking last 5 or last 10, I mean, doesn't exactly look that pretty.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get this. So
yeah, head scratcher. But hey, you're gonna have to show me. It's something she's underperforming 40% so far this season to go over, and then add on top of that number 1 matchup. So I like it.
Yeah, it could just be the her name, and people just bet her over more than under, so it's not moving fast. There's no other explanation. This matchup is terrible for her. Terrible. And when you've picked these matchups, I remember we picked Phoenix a few weeks back, and she couldn't do anything. So I love this play a lot. And right when you brought this play up, I was like, sign me up. 19.5? Okay. And I can't believe it's still there.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have figured this was 18.5 everywhere else, but still, it's not been pretty. And now, I mean, having Sabrina back at full strength as well should only take more pressure off of her having to do all that scoring. Since everyone's come back to being healthy, she just is not being asked to do that. It's going to happen from time to time when she's feeling herself, but for the most part, really shouldn't be that case.
Yeah, she struggles against good defenses, obviously, like you see on your screen. And Sabrina's back. I mean, this is perfect to me. Now, I've felt this way 4 times in a row, so let's not make it 5 here. Knocking on wood over here. But feeling that play for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, fam. Well, that's everything that we have, at least thus far. Feeling really good about these 4 plays here tonight. So let's hop into some questions, and we'll just kind of, free ball here for a little bit, and that'll be that.
All righty, free ball time.
Oh, real fast.
Uh-oh.
Hey, if you guys haven't already, like reminder, slap that like button down below if you appreciate what we're doing here, or if you just like hanging out with us.
Yeah, that works. Oh, no, Starfall. No, don't do it. We're going to get into an argument because Kev's here, too. All right. Let's go to the top, though, guys. Let's go to the top. Let's see who we got first because, we have to have this little lineup here. Big Kev says the crazy line here for CC, the crazy line movement. Yes, sir. And what's up, Kev? Good to see you, bro. D. Johnson says better late than never. What's up, D. Johnson? Fear Nothing says Natasha Howard, 15 points. We were discussing that. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, we had that one also, really, really borderline for official play. I was going to bring up that Miles PA again, but it did bump back up to 24.5. So that'll at least make me like Howard even more. Her pricing, a little bit weird, depending on the sites. Prizepicks got reduced all the way up to 16. She should be 15.5 everywhere else, but the 15 plus is still really, really attainable. We do like it. There's a couple random things that kind of scare me because traditionally New York has been a lot better at their paint defense, but they've been really, really bad over the last month now, trending from what started at the beginning of the season, bottom bottom 4 best to now, I mean, they're the 4th worst. So there's really something in there. I mean, both her and Miles would not shock me to see them really exceed their scoring expectations today. So we do like it. Maybe we'll end up with it on the list. I know we were still kind of on the fence about it being official, but yeah, we do like it.
Yeah, makes sense. She's been balling out of control. He also says Stewie 11 RA or 10. Says 11 plus, so 10.5 RA. Yeah,
you could talk me on the RA. There'll be plenty of chances for her to pick up the rebounds. Likely, I would say guarding Howard down low. And then assistant playmaking, I mean, she's been pretty fluid with that. Good for at least about 3 assists. So as long as, the rebounds are there and whatever, shouldn't be foul trouble. Normally she doesn't really get into foul trouble. But yeah, I do like it. I like it.
Alrighty. Khadijah's here. She says, "What up, gang?"
Yeah, newest member in the Discord. Love to see you there. Love to see you here.
Yep. Saw you in the Discord today. Let's get this money. Fear Nothing says Cardoso 12 points.
Oh, all right. Cardoso is really interesting today. Now, Loki, I've been a big fan of her all season. Just waiting for her to have that breakout series. Played extremely well. They just kept attacking Vegas inside the paint over and over, and they didn't make any adjustments. So I love the spot for her, honestly. I was a little bit torn between her 12.5 line and or just a straight up fantasy. The her bumping back down also is a bit weird. She was 31.5 and Underdog has her at 30.5. She was a pretty popular play, and I'm kind of surprised to see this bump back down. What individual line bumped down? Let me see. Okay, so the rebounds bumped down from 8.5. So it looks like that is going back that direction. I do like the scoring upside. No Asia should only help the case out even more, but just one, can she stay out of foul trouble? Because that's been kind of her Achilles heel. And then 2, are they keeping the game close enough for her to get that 4th quarter run? Because she will lose out on minutes there. I like it. All in all, I got a lot of hopes for her today. I couldn't bring myself to officially post her, but it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, those are those type of ones. You're good at looking through those overs. I just get sick to my stomach, but yeah, makes sense. Civic says they are adjusting because of Asia. I think that's about CC just moving so much. Yeah, we were looking at that. We were just astounded at how she moved 4 whole points, which is crazy. Because, we were kind of on this yesterday before we even knew. When we thought Asia would be out, or a good chance. So if you picked up the 11.5, you're feeling really good about that. That looks like one of those type plays where you got an 80% feel in your mind. So we're feeling good. Khadijah says Howard over 6.5 rebound alt. She's back to the alt rebounds, folks. But I like the alt rebounds. They're fun. I think Malanga didn't get there last night because Ezzy played a little more than we expected. But
yeah, she
Malanga
had foul
didn't.
trouble too.
Yeah, she didn't. Was it foul trouble? A lot of it?
Yeah, she got a couple fouls in a row, and you could see the mental frustration on her with the no calls. So
yeah,
coach benched her for a little bit.
That's true. I haven't seen her like that before. She usually plays happy, like, I'm just here and I'm happy to be here and I'm a baller. But yeah, I've never seen her frustrated like that. That was weird. So yeah. Anyways, Natasha Howard, she's been getting there. What do you think about her?
Yeah, I think that's very acceptable. Really, the only drawback for her not getting her lines today is just potential foul trouble.
Okay. Jermaine is here. What's up, bro? He says Flex Friday, Gray Assists, Young PA, Natasha Fantasy, or PRA. So Gray Assists.
I was a little bit torn between Gray and Jackie, to be honest. Prizepicks did leave them 0.5 lower than their regular lines. Jackie's been the more consistent one throughout the season, but Gray, I think, has the bigger upside. We saw the potentials last game was pretty outrageous at 16. I like those. The Howard, I'm kind of torn between the fantasy and the PRA, mostly because She does come with some turnover downside, and New York traditionally doesn't really allow that many blocks and steals. Let me double check that for you. Yeah, New York is third least in blocks and like right in the middle of the pack for steals. So maybe the PRA, we're leaning a little bit more towards the scoring upside, but PR, I think, definitely a lot of potential.
Looking at the assists for Vegas and without Asia, because I know you were kind of liking Young.
Oh, also random side note with Howard, she's been an unbelievable first half wagon. I'm not really sure why they bumped her fantasy down to 16. This was just 17 and a half like the last two games.
Scared of that matchup, huh?
Bookies are making a little bit of a pivot because her lines, her juice and directional flow has been a little bit weird. She was 15 and a half points when she opened and even 16 and a half points on some sites, but overnight into the first part of this morning, the odds have walked it back a little bit. So she's a little bit closer to, 14 and a half and 15 and a half now for the regular line.
Okay. Let's see. What else we got? Khadijah says Azare 5.5 rebounds.
Oh, 5 head. I like Stevens. I think this is another great spot for her. Kind of mad that maybe we didn't get a little action on her fantasy line so this was at 26 yesterday and 27 and a half on Underdog. Prizepicks finally bumped it up to the full 27 and a half. She is shooting an outrageous amount right now. I mean, this is something we've been talking about a bunch lately, but there's a couple really positive things going on for her. I would say great argument for the rebounds. I mean, her getting 6 rebounds has been pretty kosher now that she's back into a starting role. But 3-point sniper, I mean, she's taking a lot of threes right now. This is something they're leaning into a little bit more. Both her and Taylor, kind of the front runners for their 3-point outfit. I like the minutes, man. Basically played 30 minutes this last game finally. And, circling back to the blowout foul situation, for her, she's been struggling to play over 30 minutes because of the blowouts. Last couple games, blowout, and then blowout. So she could have played 30 minutes here in the mix. There's a lot of potential for her. She's in a reinvigorated season right now. And honestly, her props might still be a little too low.
You talked about her yesterday. You said if Asia's out, you're going to be interested. So Asia's out. Are you interested?
I am, dude. I am. Oh, and
how interested are you? Yes. Her assist?
This. What the hell is this? This is something new for her. This is something, we saw a little flash of last season, but she's really, really playmaking a lot.
The potentials are still looking like a normal bunk, big assist style, but yeah, the actual come through. Yeah, Chicago's been different, right? They've been scoring a lot more. They've been actually hitting their shots. Maybe Taylor getting kicked out too.
Yeah.
Courtney's been out there too. It's interesting.
I wouldn't have expected her to have so many assists the last 2 games with Vandersloot back into the mix. So that's, I think, really promising.
So what are you saying? What does that make you like?
I think the PRA, honestly, man, this is a fair line for somebody playing 30 minutes. Yeah.
Her points are 11.5. Her assists are 2.5. Her rebounds are 7.5. 19. Yeah, they're giving you a little discount, actually.
A pretty modest game. I mean, obviously, I don't think she's going to score 24 points, but
it's actually 20.5 on an Underdog. And
even better. Better.
Yeah. I hate betting on her because then when she just shits the bed, which is very possible, it's just gross. It's like the grossest feeling ever. But sometimes she does come through. Sounds like betting.
Oh, for sure. It's looked good, man. I mean,
it's a little low. I mean, you got to admit, the value is there. You got to, regardless of what happens. I can't fault you for that.
Yeah, so interesting to say the least. That or the fantasy, one of those two really kind of stood out to me yesterday.
Yeah. That and Howard 15 plus. Just keep it back pocket. Think about it before tip here, maybe. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Oh. Yeah. No, that's a great point. What is she on parlay play by chance? Let's see.
These sites don't have parlay play on their list because they're like, parlay play, that loser ass spot. Giving them my
Oh, they're being lame. They have a gap between, it goes from 19.5 to 24.5.
You're trying to find an alt for her, huh? Underdog.
Or even just a different place with the 20.5.
Yeah.
That's not bad though either.
6. What do they have her on Underdog? You can't alter?
Probably not. Underdog's been hands down the worst with the
They
alt line
have.
stuff. I pretty well just given up on that.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, full payout. That's nice.
Uh-oh, he's thinking. I can see his brain moving around in there.
It's tempting, bro. It's so
Yeah.
tempting. With
I
no
can't
Asia too. I mean,
I can't believe they don't offer an alt, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. What are you guys doing? I can understand the alt unders, but you're not offering alt overs?
oh, look, she's 21.5 juice on the over here too.
I'm saying it's pretty weird. Pretty weird difference.
Underdog just nestled right there in the middle.
Now, the one thing Prizepicks has actually been good at is giving us those. Now, is her value there, or is it a terrible payout? Is the question, I guess.
Yeah, they're right there in the middle.
But I'm saying, can you put that at 17.5 or something crazy? 19.5. I wonder what that is.
Ooh, 2.5. Hey, that's not bad. That's
And
not
then-
bad.
And the other one was parlay play at 1.46.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wonder how that looks. Let's see. Don't mind us, guys.
Sorry, we're just showing you guys a little bit of the process in motion. Oh, different team. Let's see, Jackie. So I mean, at least with this mostly standard play, somewhere in the range of a 2.5.
So it's about the same. That's cool to see that though, because then you see, minus 1.46 is like minus 210 or something. So that's we know we're getting minus 200 or so when it's a 2.5x. We kind of think about it like that. So, I mean, Azure, man. I just had a thought. I'll just throw it out there. You can take it in whatever you want, but she's either gonna get it or not. She's either going to go ham or have a shit game. So maybe the 20.5 full pay is the way to go. Because if you're going to only get one PRA to 2.5x, you know what I mean? You could get on Underdog and have that 20.5 under or over with anything and get a 3.5x. That's crazy. So that's probably the way to go.
I think so. Yeah, it's not worth taking a 0.5 hit for just the one line.
And it's not even
maybe
0.5.
if it was like,
huh?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, if it was maybe like a point prop or one singular prop, there's a debate there. But with the PRA, that's not really that big of a difference.
Yeah. That's why these places aren't giving us these alts on PRAs and combo props. A lot of sites you'll see they just have point alts and rebound alts. Because these ones, man, these are a lot easier. There's a lot of ways for her to get to that. So I always feel a lot better about the combo alts, to be honest. I don't know. We got to look back at the record, but it feels like these are easier to hit. So, yeah, I don't know. 20.5 for her. I'm on board if you like it enough. It is Azure, so take caution, but she used to be our underwagon. Now all of a sudden she starts and does half decent.
Hey, I mean, you're not wrong about that. I would at least like to believe she's back home in Chicago and just kind of enjoying herself.
It's just kind of that feeling of like, right when you take her over, if you decide to, it's like you have this feeling like, why did I just do that? Fuck.
I get that.
All right. Well, we'll think about that, I guess. Let's digress back to the chat. Kev Thomas says better has CC at 11.5 alt available. That's what's up. We got to see the payouts with those alts and see if they're really worth it. Now, I'll just ask a question off of that. What would you pay for CC 11.5 alt at this moment in your life if you didn't have any ever?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if you'll get anything better than minus 300.
300?
That would probably be the most ideal, just so you don't have to push whatever slip into a 3-pick. What is they even show? Yeah, minus 400 here. Wow. God, her odds are crazy. I saw she just moved up to 16 flat on Prizepicks too.
Whew. Don't make me do it, E. Don't make me ruin my night. Okay, let's get away from this. That's funny. Khadijah says Olivia Miles over 4.5 alt line for assists, or would you do the PA as a safer bet?
This was something that we were really on the fence about, one of these two. I do like the assist spot for her. I think she's going to get plenty of looks. The 4.5 is a heck of a lot safer, 78%, almost 79% this season. There's something about that PA, though, because, I mean, she falls right in line with Howard as far as being able to score inside the paint, and there will be some free throw attempt reduction. I'm not exactly expecting her to get a lot of icing there, but they're going to give her a few more looks in that mid-range, and if they're just trying to force all the action inside, that's what she does already to begin with. So I do like both of them. I don't know if I could pick between the two. Maybe just the PA to get that scoring upside potential, but the assist can carry a lot of weight for her tonight.
Man, her assists are crazy. We see her do those crazy passes and look really good, and obviously she's a great player, but it's like it's almost like, what's the defense going to do to her? You know, what are they going to make her do? It's hard to know, but maybe that's why PA might feel a little more confident.
Plus, I mean, we're kind of seeing her level out a little bit with her playmaking. Yeah, I don't want to say capabilities, but at least just the general amount that they're running the offense through her. We're hitting this little wall. We're kind of pushing it on the 2-to-1 ratio, 11, 13, 11, and 8. So I don't know if that trade-off is mostly just coming from his scoring or, what, but that is something.
Man, she's tough. She's tough. She's a good player. I haven't bet on her with much confidence lately. I know Kev has. He's been taking her alt lines, and that might be something to think about because she is solid enough to get close to the line every time. She's probably not going to have a terrible game. I think she's only had one game where she just didn't get close, and it was Golden State. So
now they've been giving up hella assists, though, I will say.
New York, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Those are tough. I hate when I get stuck in those spots. Maybe you just play them both small, or half and half. Hard to know. Civic says Carter hit 18. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just looking at her 5+ assist line. I'm like, man, that's really good odds.
231.
Oops. That's all right, buddy. Oh, next question. Sorry. Carter.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, Civic says Carter hit 18 against New York last time. So he just throwing that out there as like, Carter's about to ball. And Asia was in that game, right?
No. That was with
that was the last game. My bad. I thought he was saying the last game against Chicago. But okay, yeah. Liberty. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, she should get there. She
pseudo balled against Chicago when they first played, but this was her first game back from injury, so she only played 16 minutes, and most of that was just in the first half.
I mean, I could see now, like I said earlier, my visions of the games have turned into what I haven't thought was going to happen, but I could see personally just, Jackie's been the whole team, or was. Obviously, Gray's involved, Carter's involved. Jewel has been gone. Melissa Smith has been gone. So I feel like if you're Chicago, you're like, yo, our main goal here, we have to stop Jackie, or at least try to contain her, leaving Carter to easily be able to get her 11.5 points. I don't see how she couldn't, unless she's just so off. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
She'd have to have a really bad game, honestly, and that's why I do feel fairly confident about her scoring 15 at least tonight. Volume should just be exactly the same, somewhere between 13 to 16 attempts. It's what we saw when she was healthy, and then now with Asia being out, plus her being more healthy, just give us a little bit more on top of that. And also wouldn't shock me to see her get a ton of free throws here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start rolling. We got a lot of questions. My bad. I've been chilling. Mid-range Bully says, Nia Coffee under PR. Now, this is one I wanted to bring up as well. I do like this. I like the PRA also. I know you said that assist kind of scares you a little bit, but I like this one. Now, if she hits her threes, we're probably toast. But, I mean, they're threes.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I still do have quite a bit of interest in this. Everything just boils down to her scoring. Like, at the end of the day, whatever she's getting over on, it's coming from mostly just the scoring upside. So the points being at 8.5, and I think it was 9.5 on Kalshi. Oh, it actually is on DraftKings still. That's cool. All the upside is coming from 1, the points, but 2, mostly the threes. This is her getcha. The only way we lose for that is for her going over this. So you can see pretty direct correlation with all the games that she does go over. It is from the threes here. So with that being said, if she goes for more than 2 threes, Goose is probably cooked. But I was really just, I guess, finding myself debating, is it better to sweat out the RA upside? Because this has been a thing. I don't think there's any doubt she's been a very decent rebounder. The playmaking, I don't even know where this is coming from, but very consistent nonetheless. So the RA has been there, but the points have not been there. And I almost wonder, is it just better to sweat out the scoring? Because if we lose, it's going to be because of that.
I do feel you on that. I look at it and I go, well, the 9.5 now feels better than the 8.5. That's for sure. And
yeah,
if you look at her assists, you do see she had a few spike games, the 5, the 3, the 4 in there. Her potentials are so low, though, that her ceiling is probably 5 on the best day possible. But that does kind of fuck up the PRA. So, I mean, I guess 9.5 just feels so low, but points might be the way. Her PRA is up to 18.5 now. It was 17.5, so that feels a little better, too.
Okay. Funny enough, there's not really a difference in hit rating wise between the points 8.5 and 9.5, and then same thing here for the PRA. Something about that 18.5 though does look nice. I was really surprised to see a lot of people were on her fantasy, which I mean I get it, but a lot of the weight was coming from her blocks and steals, which I mean is something that is really subject game to game. New York doesn't give up a whole lot of them, but this craziness is where her fantasy's been coming from lately.
Yeah. Oh man, it's tough. I have it's funny as I've just been having these feelings of seeing what's about to happen and then not being confident just from the last few games. So it's tough. But that PRA, man, that just feels like this is a really tough rebounding spot. So I can see the PR even. But the PR is 3 less than the PRA, so I don't mind the extra 3 for the assists, just in case. I don't think she's going to get 4. Not in this matchup. She could, but I would bet she wouldn't. 3 max, probably 2. So that's why the PRA feels pretty good.
I mean, she could also get into easy foul trouble too. It's not like JJ's not one to draw some fouls, and either of the bigs guarding on the other side, I mean, both are pretty good about drawing them. And this one, interesting though, because I mean, you can see there's a huge divide between the sites going all the way from 16.5 up to 18.5. So it's not like the bookies are really dialed in on where to put her. This one could be a little sneaky 2-pick on Underdog. I mean, hey, since we're talking about big 5 head, maybe throw this into the mix a little bit here.
Yep. I was
mean,
thinking that maybe with Chelsea under 2, but that Chelsea I might want to stay away from. But I do like it in a strange way. I was thinking a little bit ago, like taking these unders on certain people. We messed with Paige yesterday. We messed with Jackie the day before. It's like if we mess with the superstars, it just makes it a little more difficult. I'm thinking in WNBA, whereas when we were doing it in college, it was working a lot better because the defenses are that much better, I think. So even when you have a great defense, unless it's Golden State, which we can talk about later, because we might have an under in that game too. But when it's WNBA, bro, watching them be like, yo, this is Mabry in Atlanta, and they can't even stop her. It's like, it's hard to go under these players sometimes who are good players, like Jackie or even Chelsea maybe might be too scary. But Nia Coffey, she doesn't have the usage to be scared about. The ball got to bounce her way to beat us. So I think this one feels a lot better. Narrowing it down in that way.
Yeah. No, I'm totally with it. You don't have to pair it with Ezra. We'll kind of circle back to this, but at least showing this now as an option, I do like that.
Okay, cool.
We might have to official this one.
I'm with it. It's pretty high for her. So appreciate you, Mid-Range Billy, for bringing up her PR. It got us discussing the rest of her props. So yeah, PRA at 18.5 might feel even better than the PR. Jermaine says, do you like Cardoso points now that Asia's out?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think she's fine as long as she just doesn't get in any silly foul trouble. Should have another reasonable outing. I'm not expecting them to feed her necessarily the same. And also, I get the vibes. Melissa Smith going to have herself a bounce-back performance tonight, too. Great spot for Cardoso, though, with no Asia. I mean, I don't think there's any argument there.
All righty. Khadijah says beef stew over 6.5. More alt rebound lines. I like this because we get to sharpen our skills here with rebound alts, and those have been really actually solid plays. So beef stew, or do you like her PR?
No, I mean, I think the rebound's still completely fine. The pace up on the other side they're going to get from Minnesota is going to help out. Not a foul risk ever. I mean, she just goes out and plays the same minutes every night. The payout we're getting for it's still pretty good. I know we had 2 little blemishes here, one of them being Vegas, which was kind of surprising, and then the one against Golden State, not really that surprising. But I do like it. Honestly, I would be shocked, especially at the house, for her not to get that. I want to say she was crushing this. Yeah, she was killing that line at home this year. New York's a different beast at the house. They are a totally different animal.
It's like Golden State. And yeah, you don't want to involve her points today. Stewie's good, obviously, but sometimes, man, in tough matchups, she just doesn't show up. So I think the rebounds is definitely a better spot here.
For sure.
Kev says, can you see how many active players Vegas has tonight? If it's just 9 again, we can probably factor in CC for some good minutes. I like how Kev thinks.
Yeah, it'll just be 9 again. 12 total players, so the 3 that are out will leave us with that.
Okay. Coach DFS, what's up, man? He's the one who hit the 100th like yesterday. He says, let's go. It's Kennedy Carter Day.
That's right. CCD.
There we go. D. Johnson says, thoughts on Stewie over 3.5 assists or Miles over 16.5 or 18.5 points. So I guess he's asking Miles alt or 18.5 points and Stewie's assists.
All right. So with Miles, I think I do like the scoring potential for her. 18.5 is still kind of up there, and it looks like the books are somewhat divided about where to put her lines. The PA, though, still feels pretty strong, even with the bump, 24.5. I'm not too mad at that. I'm trying not to sleep on her assist and playmaking because I still think it's going to be there. And if we can just land a 3, this is something that kind of fell off there for her. She's going to get some 3-point looks tonight. Just can she take it?
Man. I'm surprised she's even shooting threes as well as she is because she started the season not even shooting them. I guess, they were probably just giving her space, and she was like, all right, well, if you want to give me space, let's watch this. So she's not normally a 3-point shooter. As I was looking at her when she first came into the league, looking at her lines and stuff, and I went back and looked at her 3-point shooting in college. She didn't really shoot threes. So it's pretty interesting how she's actually started shooting more threes. But yeah, 1.5's a lot.
Yeah. Yep. What was the other one? Sorry. Was there another question on there?
Yeah, Stewie's assists.
Stuber. It would make a lot of sense if we're expecting to see more resistance here inside of the paint. Ideally, the 2.5 line would be better. I'm hoping we're talking about the 2.5 line. 3.5, I'm probably good on that one. But yeah, 2.5, you can talk me into that.
No, he said 3.5.
Oof. Is it a demon play?
Just go like this.
Pass.
Passing's not bad, guys. It's okay to pass. Don't get your heart set on stuff.
Yeah.
Passing's fun.
I would probably pivot to the RA over just a straight up assist.
Makes sense. Okay. C-Dot says, are Carla, Jackie, and Howard official 1-unit plays? So those are from the Flex Friday.
Not official, no, but at least we wanted to get some skin in the game before we had that Asian news come through. Carla might be one. I mean, let's kind of talk about her for a second, though. The playmaking, super inflated from the 4 overtimes last game, but still did get it in regulation. She's been pretty good with the potentials. I know we had a little bit of dip down there when they lost to 30 against Chicago, but games before that, 14, 19, 12, 15, 12 potentials. I mean, there's a lot in there. I love this spot. Seattle's bleeding assists, it's pretty easy cakewalk for AT last night. And for them, easier matchup here. How do we feel about her?
Man, something about her, I haven't watched enough to feel 100% either way. So I feel like she has some on and off games. I know her minutes were lower earlier. If she's getting more minutes, I mean, who else do they have passing the ball? She had 19 potentials last game I saw, but her minutes were so crazy. It's like I almost don't want to look at the last game because we're not going to get 4 overtimes again, obviously.
No. Well, the fact that she did go out and play the entire time, I think bodes really well. She's just been dealing with that lower body injury for the last little bit now, being in and out of games and question Q tags and stuff along the way. Mm-hmm. But assuming that she is fully healthy, I mean, she's been slated to play some pretty heavy minutes, and another player that, we could see. We haven't really seen her full potential because she actually doesn't play over 30 minutes at all, really, for most of the season. So, I mean, the fact that coach just, 1, coming back from injury, and then 2, just really opened up her minutes to the max is, I think somewhat telling.
Yeah, and she's coming off, well, depends how you look at it, but she did come off those 3-pointers, putting them into single overtime, double overtime. That was crazy. Like, her confidence is going to be through the roof.
Oh, she's all about that swag, man. She is a baller.
Yeah, mini baller too. She's like 158.
Real fast. Mm-hmm. Real fast, just to circle back to that last question though about them being official plays. They're not official plays, but we are playing them in or having some kind of exposure to it. So list wise, we're just keeping it to the value plays that we had already. But they are definitely in play. Yes.
Jermaine says, do you like Vandersloot Red Demon 4.5 assist? I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to listen to you say it first.
Her potentials have been unreal. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about that, but her minutes are, I think, the biggest concern. Just playing 14 and 16 minutes is, going to hit somewhat of a wall as far as that production goes. Cloud has been terrible. I mean, no doubt there. Just what kind of minutes do we get out of Vandersloot? If it's a blowout, maybe she plays 14 minutes. If it's close like last time, could still play up to 16 minutes. Just don't know what that looks like. How long does coach want to leave her out there? That's the only thing you're kind of taking a shot in the dark with. I do love the 2.5 line. Odds got a little bit worse from yesterday. 3.5 made a lot more sense.
Makes sense. Hoping for 4.5 with those low minutes. It's hard to bet that she's going to get in there for more minutes than she has. And if she doesn't, it's going to be really hard to get 5. So you could take a shot on it, but it kind of depends on the payout again, right? And I'm assuming Prizepicks isn't giving you anything good. So sounds like a pass, yeah?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not the worst, but there's a couple of things that really bolstered what we saw out of her the last 2 games. So 2 games ago against Portland, that was top 2 matchup. I mean, they're just killing. No, they're number 1. So literally the best matchup she could possibly have. And then last game, I think was very fortunate with Cardoso just playing out of her mind. I mean, she was like 100% from the field shooting wise. But historically, with or without Asia, Vegas is not really the one you want to pick on for assists. They're bottom 4 and that allowed. So there could be some real fakery in there. And the last game, it was in Chicago. Yeah, it was in Chicago too. So that was her opening game of really getting to play some minutes there. Well, second game at home, but still seeing more minutes.
All righty. Jay Main says, "What up, gang?"
Yo, what's up? What's up?
And he says, Flage sold my parlay last night. Hey, bro, she sold a lot of parlays last night. Dang it. So close. But I think it was the blowout was a big part of it. She shot bad. I think we're going to go right back to her tomorrow, next day, whenever they play next. Starfall says, I like Olivia Miles first half under PRAE. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh. Starfall says, I like Miles under first half PRA. This is the one I read when I was like, oh, he's going to start an argument. Here comes Kev. Don't go under my girl.
Mostly just the scoring. What kind of output do we get there from her? It's high. I mean, this oddly feels a lot like Paige from the night before, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Yep. Hey, learning process. I believe I personally got to stop doing that right there and then just see what happens. Can't put money on that at the moment. I say that. Miles does feel like Paige. Exactly. It's a little high, but at your own risk.
Yeah, just whatever kind of scoring outputs, really, I think you're sweating the most.
You are playing some value, though. You're playing a little value, but how much value do you want to play on players like that is now the new question in my mind. Let's see. Where are we at? Starfall says, I'm going to do it. I always got a bet in already. They're talking Stewie. Oh, Stewie's 19.5 on Underdog now. C-Dot said. That's what's up. Taylor over 15.5. Or sorry, Taylor over 11.5. We have her at 12.5, but we do like that. Depends on the payout again. But yeah, we're liking Taylor today. Rafi says the same. He says, what about Sydney Taylor? We got her alt line. Let's see what else we got down here. We got all kinds of questions to get to. But we're not going to be able to get to them all, guys. Fear Nothing says, I'm in New Jersey. We can't do alt unders ever. Yeah, we can't either. Not on these anymore. What else we got? I need Asia to sit so Carter can run up some points. Yep, we got the news already. Asia is out. So you're good to go with that. Sleeper has Taylor at... Oh, there's no way. It's at 1.86, Civic. He says Sleeper has Taylor at 11.5 points at 1.86. Is that possible? What you laughing at over there? I see you over there.
On the internet.
Oh. Sydney Taylor 11.5 at 1.86, he's saying, is on Sleeper? Is that possible?
I mean, if it is, that's insane value.
That's crazy. You got to go play it over there if it's for real at 1.86.
Yeah, I would be playing a lot of that if I could.
Well, let's see. Let's get to the next one and I'll check it out. Q Doggy's here. What's up, man? He says, what's good, boys?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Just Jay says Olivia PRA.
Yeah, I mean, same argument. The rebounds just kind of come and go for her. So, I mean, kind of caps out in that 4 to 5 range. I don't mind it. I mean, again, for her, looking for that PA upside.
Mr. Kane says Cardoso over 13.5 points or 10 field goals attempted. Which one would you take?
Probably the points, honestly. Because she gets to the free throw line a bunch, too.
3 times says, did you say Taylor and Young over 35 points? I think it was 34.5.
Yeah. It was 34.5.
Is it still?
Did they bump it up?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. So 34.5, 3 time. There you go. Martez says 19.5 what? 19.5 points. We're going with Stewie under 19.5 points. The Great says, oh yeah, this JJ, I forgot. Did her assist move up? JJ less 4.53 points attempted is what he's looking at. JJ and her threes.
I want to say she's a little bit more active at the house. It's right there on the line. That's been somewhat her normal line the last couple of games now. Let me look real fast.
Her assists have not moved from 2.5. Gosh darn it. Oh, I see what he's saying.
I had it backwards.
Huh? Oh,
she's a little bit worse at the house, yeah.
About to say. He was saying Sydney Taylor's 11.5 as a discount play on Sleeper right now. So that's cool. If you want to get a little of that in.
Gotcha. Yeah, just be careful with JJ. This is going to be all green lights for 3-point attempts.
Kev says, actually, as I think on it more, it might be a magic night for full PA line based on how New York couldn't do shit with Jackie Young. If Liv is in attack mode tonight, that PA probably free. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of why we didn't end up posting Howard official, because both of them really similar spot to get there. Just, I don't know if I want to plant my flag on either or.
Khadijah says Sky Diggs over 3.5 assists. Alt line, what you think?
Yeah, I like it.
D Johnson says, thanks, guys. Thank you, sir. Mario says, like any McBride unders. You know you don't like McBride unders. He loves McBride. He can't ever take her under. Just kidding. Sometimes he gets mad at her and does, but I don't think he's mad at her right now.
Well, she's been playing pretty well lately. I got to give her credit for that. The matchup-wise should see a little bit of resistance. I don't know if they're going to stick either Astier or Phoebish on her today, but either one, I do like the matchup. It's mostly just the points. Like, if she continues to just stay around this 14-15 range, I do like it, but the threes have been falling for her a little bit more. This is kind of looking reminiscent of what we saw at her last season. So maybe that rust is kind of getting shaken off finally. Last 2 games have been unbelievable.
All righty. Mid-range bully coming with another under. I'm liking mid-range bully's thought process here lately. He says Phoebich under 10.5 PA minutes been dwindling past few games.
Yeah, I mean, they're down a little bit. Coach played Astier a little bit more this last game as well. Laney being back cuts into some rotation time, but Phoebich has been bad. I mean, she's not playing really well right now at all. They'll leave her out there for a hefty amount, at least on defense. But yeah, if the shot's not falling, coach isn't going to play her over 35 minutes.
Derek Richardson said Skylar Diggins assists.
I would play her up to 4.5, nothing over that.
Kev says, just remembered how much C. Will Hayes, New York. Can you check her stats against New York to see if there are any trends that might give us some insight on the value of any of her props tonight? So he wants to see... hates New York, he says. Just remembered how much C. Will hates New York. Gotcha. So, yeah, let's see. What did she do against New York last time? I think is what he's saying. Did she play New York? Oh, she has not even played New York.
No, it's the first time these 2 teams are playing.
Okay.
She did struggle pretty bad against them last season. The playmaking, though, a lot different story. This makes a lot of sense with what we've seen so far this season and kind of where her assist zones are. So she is dumping it down inside the paint to Howard mostly, and assuming that Howard has a reasonable matchup here today, that should see an uptick. The rebounds, I'm good at 5.5 is just an unbelievable line for her in the first place. So that's way taxed up. Her points aren't bad. The only thing that sucks is New York does kind of, if they're allowing her to get to this little zone, she's going to light them up. But if they push her inside the paint even further into this little area, that's not her go-to spot. And usually she ends up kicking it out to one of the sides here. It just depends on Howard and Miles, really. Scoring could be there, but I think the playmaking is going to be there more so than anything. And her assist also potential's slowly kind of creeping up more and more. I know it's nothing too wild, but still seeing 9 the last game, 8 before that. There's something that they're doing a lot of second passes.
Okay. Young Gremlin has the last comment here for us to get to, and it's Brianna Stewart for 18.5 and Miles for 18.5 is what he's liking, I believe. I'm not sure if he means he likes Brianna over 18.5, and I'm sure he means Miles for over 18.5. And I spoke too soon. The Great 13 says Howard more than 4 free throws attempted.
It's going to be tough for her. New York's bottom of the barrel in free throws allowed. That's my only concern as far as like what her upside might look like today, really. Just the free throw cap. She struggled in a couple of the teams that don't allow many free throws, like, Golden State, Atlanta. So she just got to hit her shots from the floor because free throws might not be there.
The Young Gremlin says yes over on both of those. So he's liking Stewie and Miles. Okay.
Yeah, Miles, you could definitely talk me into, again, maybe looking at the PA more so, just the upside for the assist. She also is going to suffer the same downside, potential lack of free throws. She kind of falls in the same category with Howard there. I like her. Minutes will be there. Stewie, really tough matchup. I mean, this is going to be the toughest matchup to date outside of Golden State, who they already played. And she really, really struggled. So it's a high line. I'm not really sure why she's at 19.5 with the same cast and crew. New York should be looking for the guards to get active tonight.
All right, man. That does it for us, guys. We're at 60 likes. We need 9 more for good luck. I'm sure we'll get to that. Hopefully few people watching afterwards can hit the like for us. We got to get to that 69. And Young Gremlin says Howard, 7.5 rebounds also. And since people keep dropping these last questions, before we get out, the last one, I promise, Sabrina over PRA. And then we'll get out of here.
I low-key like Sabrina quite a bit tonight. Being back at the house and fully healthy again, wouldn't shock me to see her go for 17, 18 points.
All right. I have one thing to tell you, E, before we get off. We are going 5-0. Look at that list. Just remember.
Some bangers.
Bangers, baby.
Look at
5-0.
I can see your true inner football coming out, posting Minnesota with the purple.
What is Minnesota? They're not purple? Minnesota's blue?
Yeah.
What? Are you serious? Oh, man. I'm either colorblind or I just don't pay attention. I thought they were
Are you
purple.
just ready for football season? That's all.
No,
okay.
now you're telling me, now that I think about it, I'm seeing old stud bud run around in blue. You're right. My bad.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, this has been a hell of a week. We're going to be back at it on Monday. This next week will be a lot busier, getting ready to ramp up towards the All-Star break weekend. I believe that's on the 25th or the 28th, but basically, 3 weekends from now, the 25th. But we got a lot of games. We got a lot of stuff ahead, so plenty of units to be made, and then we're going to turn it up even more in the second half of the season. So if you haven't already, hit that like button on the way out. Be a part of the Discord. We're going to have all kinds of stuff going on tonight, and we will be back on Monday for streaming as usual. So y'all have a great weekend. Good luck on all your bets, and we'll catch y'all later. All right? Peace.
Fuck you, Prizepicks. I hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks. I hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks. I hate you. Fuck you, Prizepicks.
But I've had enough.
Fuck you, rap. It's all a scam, man.